really diabolical on the internet. I've been sleeping next to a slimeball bitch for the past 5 years. He cheated on me once and he's cheating on me again. But guess what? This time, I will not be breaking down. I will not be crying my eyes out every single night when I lay down to sleep. I'm free. I told him, you do this one more time, we're done. And he did it more than one time. And I got the screenshots. I got the proof. It's legit. I'm free. I stayed. I did everything possible for this man. And he spit in my face. Part 1 of who the fuck did I get engaged to? Back in 2023, my fiance cheated on me for months at a time. I had no idea. And he got a girl pregnant and they now have twins. He came home in December and I wanted to forgive. I loved him with all of my heart. So I woke up every day in pain, but chose to forgive. And I did that all year last year, even when he was awful to me. I showed him forgiveness and I loved him as hard as I possibly could. I found out that he is talking to other women and I have the proof. He can't lie about it because the way that those text messages look, it's him. Like, you can tell. So yeah, it really fucking sucks. I have to tell my daughter, who loves him like he's her real dad. They have the best bond. And I have to face my family and my friends and tell them that my forgiveness was not enough for him. Now, mind you, I am not innocent in this. I did not cheat, but I went through a terrible mental breakdown. And I got on meds for it last year and I've been stable and happy, and our relationship had never been better than it was in 2024. So I'm not innocent in this because I have had problems in the past. I had a hard time, and that affected our family. So anyways, December 2023, after he would ice me out, barely answer my phone calls, would come home, spend a couple nights, leave again, I asked his cousin, why is he behaving this way? Because nobody could give me any answers. Anyone that knew what was going on between us just kept saying, I think he's having like a midlife crisis. We don't know what's wrong with him. We keep telling him to come home. Well, come to find out, these people were straight up liars. They knew what was going on. I called his cousin one night and I was bawling my eyes out. I could barely even breathe. And I just said, is there someone else? And he didn't confirm or deny. He just said, I can't tell you anything. And that was all that I needed. I knew something was going on. So anyways, I decided to forgive, and it was rough. I had a really bad mental breakdown in January of 2024. Finally got on meds, was going to therapy, doing the absolute most that I could. But in this time, it was almost like we had switched roles. Like I became the cheater and he was the scorned woman. His emotions were up and down constantly. I mean, it was so weird because you would think that it would be me that couldn't hold it together, or me that was acting out and, behaving irrationally, but it was him. So that was confusing to me, but I stayed and I loved him through every single bad day. And I really thought that that was going to be enough. So we had a really good year last year. However, I think at the end of last year, maybe November, December, is probably when he started talking to this other girl. Now, I can't say how I found out this information because there are entities that do not want to be revealed, which I understand. I don't really care to even drop how I got this because it doesn't matter. It doesn't change what he did. And when he came home in 2023, I told him, I looked him dead in his shit and I said, this is either a mistake that you made or this is your character and this is who you are. He cried. We cried so hard when he first came home. We went through so many emotions. It was terrible. I had to grieve the loss of somebody that was still alive. I had to grieve our whole past relationship. We've been together for almost 5 years. And our family, everything that I thought I knew about me, my family, our love, everything was gone in a moment to never return again. So last year, I spent the entire year trying to repair, trying to rebuild, trying to renew our family and figure out what are we now, you know, like, because we can't go back, but I wanted to work on things and move forward, which I thought that we were on the right track, but apparently not. So yeah, I'm only sharing it because, well, I'm in a different place than I was last year. Last year when I found out about this, it was absolutely devastating. This time around, I know what I'm getting into. I know where I'm at. I know this is all familiar to me. And one thing that I'm not going to do is break down. I'm sure I will shed tears along the way, but however, right now, in the mindset that I'm in, I am calm and I'm going to handle this as delicately as possible because he knew he gets one chance and then we're done. If you fuck up, it's over. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, am I going to keep my daughter from him? Are you going to kick him out? Blah, blah. Honestly, I'm not going to keep my daughter from him. She loves him. It's not her fault that he's a piece of garbage. Am I going to kick him out? Probably not today. I don't want there to be some huge screaming fight. Like, I'm hoping that he'll just leave on his own quietly, although I know him very well and he won't. He's going to say that this is all a lie, that it was fabricated, blah, blah. You know, this is coming from the past. It's not coming from the past. I know who this came from. This person was not connected to us. This person was not connected to his baby's mother. This is new and it's him. So I can't deny it. And I think that's a good thing. At least my eyes are open this time. I'm not going to be naive and say, I'm the one that can change him. Because I'm not. And I wish I would have listened to the voice inside my head that said, once a cheater, always a cheater. Now that may not be true for everybody. It's true for me because I've been through this once or twice before. But this was the kicker. I will never stay again if this happens to me. Some couples can recover. I did so much research in the past year of what to do if you are trying to repair your marriage or your relationship after infidelity. It's not impossible. There are tons of success stories out there. However, a lot of people don't make it. So I thought that we were going to be that small percentage that was really going to rise up and come back better than we ever had. And we aren't. That's the reality of it. And I need to be real with that because I need to work towards moving forward on my feet and not lose my mind this time around. I always knew that this was a possibility. When he came home, I would tell myself every single day, if it happens again, we're leaving. We're out. We don't deserve this. I spent all year last year working on my self-worth so that I didn't depend on him for my happiness. Thank the fucking Lord. Because I'm sitting here processing all of this and I'm not in handcuffs. I'm not punching walls. I'm not throwing things. I'm not doing any of that. I am protecting my peace at all costs because I got that peace without him. I got that peace after he destroyed me. Brick by brick, I built myself back up and I am going to be okay. I'm going to make it out of this. So I hope he leaves quietly. I'm definitely devastated because I love this man more than anything. Him and my daughter, they are my people. And I can't believe that he would really do this to us. Not once, but twice. And maybe more times that I don't know about. And I'm prepared for that. But thank you for listening to part 1. There will be a...
All right, we're about to listen to part 2, but just real quick, just to give my 2 cents. I'm glad this lady is not like threatening to keep the child away from the father. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you think that keeping a child away from the father is hurting his feelings, it's not. Trust me, it's not. If a guy is showing out about, oh, you ain't gonna let me see my kids, he just want to show out. I'm telling you as a man, I don't got no kids, but I'm telling you, like, Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's showing out doing stuff like that, they just either want some attention or they just retarded. They just wanna show out. They just wanna be emotional. They just wanna be a girl. But 9 times out of 10, you keep a man away from his kids, he don't really care. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. He don't. You know what I'm saying? But let's listen.
Just look. Part 2 of who the fuck did I get engaged to? You know, the more that I sit with this, the more I realized how awful he was to me. I would get so jealous about my friends and their boyfriends and their husbands and, you know, all the sweet little things that they would do for them. And, you know, just, you could tell that they really held them up high. And it devastated me because I always held him up that high. I was his biggest fan, and I loved him harder than I've ever loved any man. I gave him everything I possibly could. And for the past 5 years, he has been like a black cloud in my life. Don't get me wrong. There were good times. Of course there were good times. And I do believe that he does love me in some way, some weird way. But he never clapped for me, ever. Not unless I kicked and screamed and said, why won't you just support me? Like, why aren't you cheering me on? I mean, when I started doing TikTok, he made fun of me so bad. Like, he was awful to me. If I was making videos or something like that, he would like grunt and groan and, you know, get in the camera view and ask, when is it going to be done? You know, like, he was the least supportive. And recently, he seemed like he's been a little bit more supportive, but I don't know. That man has always been my biggest undercover hater, to be honest. And I don't know why. You know, like, it's almost like it's hard for him to be nice to me. Like, it's hard for him to just love me the way that I've asked. I mean, I literally typed out a list of things that I would like for him to do to make me feel loved. Like, if that's not a sign that you really are just not with the right person, then what is? I mean, this man cheated on me, like, in the worst possible way you could cheat. And I stayed with him and I forgave him and I lifted him up and supported him. You know, I encouraged him to be a father, and he didn't want that. But it's not my fault because I really did every step of the way. I tried to do the right thing. But that man broke me. He's not a very nice person. I'll be honest with you. He's really not that nice. He's nice to other people, like our neighbors and stuff. He's best friends with them. He spends all of his time over there with them. If they need anything, he will jump. But if I ask him to do something small, because I don't ask him to do big things. I know that's not going to happen. But if I ask him to do something small, it's like the biggest inconvenience. It always has been. And anything that I ever needed was last priority. I mean, he just literally did not care about my mental health. When I was going through my breakdown and had gotten my diagnoses and stuff like that, I tried to talk to him about it. I asked him, will you please do some research so that you can understand how I'm feeling inside? And I sent him articles. I mean, I tagged him in videos. Like, I did everything I possibly could to get this man to just understand me and understand that I just need you to be kind to me. I'm not asking for anything more than what I deserve. He couldn't give it to me. And of course, there were times over the years where I really felt like he was my best friend. You know, like, we would cut up and laugh and, you know, go on drives and do fun things. And, you know, those were the times that I hung on to when he was so terrible to me. And it sucks because some days were great. Some days I would think, oh my God, this is the man that I fell in love with. Like, I would look at him and just tell him, I just love you so much. Like, you're my best friend. And then he would be mean to me. He would come home with an attitude for no apparent reason. I would be on the phone with my friends and he would say, when are you getting off your phone? You're always on your phone. I couldn't even have a conversation with my cousin. I actually stopped calling her when he was around because he was so mean to me about it. He basically shit all over anything I tried to do, especially TikTok. But But yeah, any new idea I had, or when I said that I was quitting my job because I was so unhappy, he said, it's a mistake. Don't do that. Blah, blah. Didn't support me. And I made that jump, and I don't regret it one bit because I am so much happier. But that's just a little snippet, of what my daily life looks like with him. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's the worst person on earth. However, I just don't think that he is a kind person. I know he's been through a lot in his childhood and in his past. He's had lots of toxic relationships, and unfortunately, he just never learned from his mistakes. All he's ever seen is toxic and cheating, and like he does not know how to be loyal. I am a very loyal person, and I can say that with my chest out because I fight for the ones that I love. I don't let anybody do nothing to me or my family. Like I stand up for them. I hold them in the highest regard. I respect them. He never learned how to be loyal. So I have been trying to teach him these things since the day I met him because I fell right in love. I fell head over heels. We were attached at the hip, and I saw red flags, and I did my best to correct them. And at times he would apologize. Time would go by. He would apologize, say he's going to do better, whatever it was. But now that I look back on the past 5 years, there were so many red flags. Like, I cannot believe that I did this. I really, I built this man up so much in my head. And now that I look at it, that's not even him. Like, I literally blocked my blessing or my future husband for 5 freaking years because I was delusional. Like, girl, why did I do that? I don't know. Point is, I'm not going to do it again, and I've learned my lesson. However, this was just kind of a summary of some of the low points of our relationship and just a little insight into what our relationship really looked like. So, yeah, I mean, as I'm sitting here saying these words out loud, I feel bad that I allowed this to go on so long. But I also miss him, and I feel terrible because I love him so much, and I know that I have to leave him. The only thing that I can do for myself right now is to control my behavior. I want to scream. I want to cry. I want to throw hands. That's what the old me did and would do. But I'm not that girl anymore. She's dead. Like, I will never let a man take me down to that level ever again. I don't live in hell anymore. And he does not define me. He took a lot from me, but I'm going to get it all back. And someday I am going to meet somebody who truly values me, somebody that I don't have to work to be respected. There's somebody out there. I know it. And I'm not thinking about dating or anything like that. Obviously, I got my hands full. And this man is not going to leave quietly. It's going to be a whole shit show, I guarantee you. I'll do more parts when that happens. But yeah, it'll happen someday. And I don't believe that love is fake. I know it's real. You want to know how? Because I showed him real love. So I know it's out there. There's got to be somebody that feels the way that I do and is faithful and encouraging and comforting and thoughtful. Like, that person's out there. And now that I'm leaving this situation, my chances of finding them have greatly increased. And I'm so excited for that. So this is the end of part 2. If you made it this long.
I don't know if they greatly increased because we in 2025 and people just a different species nowadays. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm looking for what she looking for too. You feel me? But hey, we got one more part. We got an update of on if he left or not. But real quick, I just want to say this. I hear a lot of similarities in what she's saying about the guy and me in my early 20s in my relationship. Now I was definitely not like non-supportive. I always supported her to do things and to get money, you know what I mean? But as far as when she was saying like, dude just basically in his own world, you feel me? Like shit, I ain't worried about what you talking about, your mental issue, you trying to send me shit, man. I ain't worried about none of that shit. I'm in my own world, you know what I'm saying? And that is something that being a grown ass 33-year-old man, I will nurture my serious relationship differently from what that, because you know what a cure this, what will make him start acting right, right? All she got to do is leave his ass. All she gotta do is be serious and leave his ass, because that's what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh shit, she done goddamn left. You know what I'm saying? That's why I am the way I am now, though. You know, it turned me into a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that she shouldn't have left, but the way she left, and of course we hear all the story time. She ended up having a baby by a bum ass, broke ass, don't give a fuck ass nigga about her or the baby. You know what I'm saying? Of course she done did that. You know what I'm saying? While I'm over here riding businesses and diamonds and shit on my neck. Shout out to We Hustle Daily, the big YouTube channel. Make sure y'all subscribe. Shout out to We Still Hustle Daily. I appreciate y'all for all y'all support. You feel me? Follow me on Instagram. We getting money in the DMs. If you want auction access, let me know. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I can't say it was a bad thing, though, like, because it was kind of a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? But shit. We balling now, you know what I'm saying? I was balling, but oh my Lord. Now, oh Jesus Christ. Like I took, boy. You feel me? But I was just saying that to say, you feel me? I definitely will nurture my relationship better, because you know what's gonna heal this. If she really do leave, he gonna get his act together. Let's see. We got an update. We got an update.
Update. He came home a couple times since he found out this morning that I know. This last time that he came home, he wanted to have a conversation, was very adamant about it. I told him, I really don't want to talk to you. You know, I'm trying to be nice to you. Please just leave me alone. He wouldn't. He says that if I am choosing to destroy our family, he is going to take everything out of this house that he ever contributed to. For Christmas, they got me a microwave, air fryer, and a can opener. I love these items. I'm not going to lie to you. He's also going to take the TV, and this is the real kicker. He's going to take oil out of our tank. He also says that he is not leaving. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
All that shit don't sound like shit to me. I lost way more than that. I lost everything. Shit, I had to go back to mom's house, all type of shit. So the little shit she talking about, that ain't shit to me. You know what I'm saying? But damn, that nigga said he gonna take the oil out the car? Is that what she meant? Holy.
I love this man to death, but I don't want him in my house no more. I can love him from a distance. And he just keeps gaslighting me, keeps saying it's not real, it's not real. I finally got him to admit that those messages are real. They're not fabricated. But now he's saying that it happened before he came home last December. At this point, I don't care. I really don't. Like, I gotta get my shit together, and I'm not gonna be able to do that if I am living in fear and paranoia every day. Also, he took my phone. He found out who leaked this information to me. He has their names, and I'm a little nervous, but I am very thankful to them for telling me the truth, because God knows he was never going to.
He ain't gonna do shit unless he want to go to jail. He ain't gonna do nothing, because his ass gonna be right in jail.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm really scared because, like, financially, I'm scared. But I know we're gonna be okay. God's got us. I got my TikTok community. I got my family. I got my friends. I'm just kind of taking it all in. He also said that he's been talking to my family, and they've been telling him, I don't understand why she's doing this. He's got them brainwashed too. But it is what it is. I am okay. I'm going to keep being okay, but I'm also going to keep you guys updated, because he really doesn't want me to do that. I got to share my truth.
Now, we don't know if she left. We don't know if he left. Shit, to me, it don't sound like he going nowhere. She need him financially. And shit, he say shit, I'm taking everything, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's typical dude stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's typical dude stuff, but, you know, shit, I don't know. Because if he do leave, it don't sound like she can pay the bills by herself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but shit, I bet you he got his act together though. I bet you he got his act together. If well, if he don't leave and she got to be serious, like he would have to leave. It had to be some time. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't, then shit, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. But I do know, I will say this, boy. Some relationships make it, some don't. But boy, if you cheat on me, if you open your legs to another nigga with me, we could even be, like, it could even be like, I could be with a girl. Let's just say, oh, it took a break. 2 years. Man, if you slept with another nigga in that 2 years, bro, I can't. I'm sorry. Like, I'm straight on you. You feel me? I gotta go find me something else. I fuck with you though, but I gotta go find me something else. Like, to me, you are like, you feel me? So like, any girl that have sex with a guy after me, I don't really want you no more like that, baby girl. That's just me though. I appreciate you for tuning in and rocking with me, man. 2 years, yep, breaking all. I don't give a damn. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, man. It's your boy Ray, big play. Peace.